Welcome to Kingsman Chess Pro. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Chess Pro Instructional Booklet. The Ultimate Guide. Introduction. Welcome to the world of Chess Pro, a chess variant that combines the timeless beauty of traditional chess with exciting new elements. This instructional booklet will guide you through the rules necessary to become a true master of Chess Pro. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced chess player, this comprehensive guide will help you unlock your full potential on the board. Official Chess Pro Rule Book. Version 1.0. Table of Contents. Introduction. 1.1 Objectives. Chess Pro Board. 2.1 Board Setup. 2.2 Square Notation. Chess Pro Pieces. 3.1 King K. 3.2 Queen Q. 3.3 Bishop B. 3.4 Knight N. 3.5 Rook R. 3.6 Pawns. 3.7 Kingsman M. Movement Rules. 4.1 General Movement Rules. 4.2 Castling. 4.3 En Passant. 4.4 Pawn Promotion. Scoring and Game Result. 5.1 Scoring System. 5.2 Game Result. Tournament Rules. 6.1 Time Controls. 6.2 Tournament Formats. Disputes and Arbitration. 7.1 Dispute Resolution. 7.2 Arbitration Committee. Appendix. 8.1 Frequently Asked Questions. Introduction. 1.1 Objectives. The objective of Chess Pro is to checkmate your opponent's king, just like in traditional chess. Players must strategically maneuver their pieces to threaten the opponent's king while protecting their own. The game can also be won if the opponent resigns or flagging down time. Chess Pro Board. 2.1 Board Setup. The Chess Pro board consists of a 8x10 grid of alternating dark and light squares. The starting position of the pieces is as follows. The kings are simply capital letter K are placed on E1 for white and E8 for black. The queens are simply capital letter Q are placed on F1 for white and F8 for black. The bishops are simply capital letter B are placed on C1 and H1 for white, C8 and H8 for black. The knights are simply capital letter N are placed on B1 and I1 for white, B8 and I8 for black. The rooks are simply capital letter R are placed on A1 and J1 for white, A8 and J8 for black. There are 10 pawns for each player, placed on the second rank for white and 7th ranks for black. The unique Kingsman pieces are simply capital letter M are placed on D1 and G1 for white, as well as D8 and G8 for black. 2.2 Square Notation. To facilitate communication and record moves, Chess Pro uses a standard algebraic notation to identify squares on the board. Each square is denoted by a combination of a letter small letter A to J representing the file and a number starting 1 to 8 representing the rank. The bottom left square is denoted as A1, and the top right square is denoted as J8. Letter X for both capture and take charge. Plus sign plus for check and hashtag sign hash for checkmate. Example. The square with the white king K in the starting position is on E1 or simply K1, and the square with the black king K is on E8 or simply K8 and so on. Chess Pro Pieces. (3.1 King K). The king is the most important piece in Chess Pro. It can move and captured by taking the square of opposing piece in one square in any direction horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. The king cannot move into a square that is under attack by the opponent's pieces. If the king is under attack and cannot escape, block or capture opponent attacking piece, it is called checkmate and the game is over. 3.2 Queen Q. The queen is the most powerful piece in Chess Pro. It can move any number of squares in any direction horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. It combines the movement abilities of the rook and bishop. It can captured by taking the square of opposing piece. It cannot jump over other pieces. 3.3 Bishop B. Each player has two bishops, which start on opposite colored squares. A bishop moves diagonally any number of squares. It can captured by taking the square of opposing piece. It cannot jump over other pieces. Bishops are valuable for their ability to control long diagonals. 3.4 Knight N. Each player has 2 knights. Knights move in an L shape. 2 squares in one direction, horizontally or vertically, and then 1 square perpendicular to that direction. Knights are pieces that can jump over other pieces. It can captured by taking the square of opposing piece. They are useful for attacking and defending in tight spaces. 3.5 Rook R. Each player has 2 rooks. Rooks can move any number of squares horizontally or vertically. It can captured by taking the square of opposing piece. It cannot jump over other pieces. Rooks are effective in controlling open files and ranks. 3.6 Pawns. Each player has 10 pawns. Pawns move forward 1 square, but capture diagonally by taking the square of opposing piece. On their first move, pawns have the option to move forward 2 squares. Pawns promote to any same color piece if they reach the opponent's back rank. 3.7 Kingsman M. Each player has 2 Kingsman pieces, which start on opposite colored squares. Kingsmen move 1 or 2 squares in any direction horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, but only on squares of the same color they start on. Kingsmen can jump over other pieces. They can capture both opposing and same color pieces by taking the square of both opposing and same color piece called take charge. Movement rules. 4.1 General movement rules. Pieces move according to their designated rules as described above. Players take turns moving their pieces and white always make the first move. Each player must make a legal move on their turn. Players are not allowed to make moves that would put their own king in check. 4.2 Castling. Castling is a special move that involves the king and one of the rooks. The king moves 2 or more squares towards the rook b1, c1, g1, h1, i1 square for white pieces and b8, c8, g8, h8, i8 square for black pieces. And the rook moves to the other side of the king adjacent square. Castling can only be done if the king and rook involved have not moved previously, there are no pieces between them, and the king is not in check. And the square it travel is not under attack. There are 5 castling moves in Chess Pro, notated as 00B, 00C, 00G, 00H, and 00I, it reads as castle dash then where the king square landed. Example 0 to 0B reads castle dash B and so on. 4.3 En passant. En passant is a special pawn capture that can occur when a pawn moves 2 squares forward from its starting position and lands beside an opponent's pawn. The opponent has the opportunity to capture the pawn, en passant, on their next move, as if the pawn had only moved 1 square forward. This capture must be made immediately, otherwise, the opportunity is lost. 4.4 Pawn promotion. When a pawn reaches the opponent's back rank, 8th rank, it has the option to promote to any same color piece. The player can choose to promote the pawn to a queen, bishop, knight, rook or kingsman. The promoted piece replaces the pawn on the same square. Scoring and game result. 5.1 Scoring system. In Chess Pro, the scoring system is as follows. 3 points for a win. 0 points for a loss. 1 point each for a draw. 5.2 Game result. A game of Chess Pro can end in several ways. Checkmate. If a player's king is in a position to be captured on the opponent's turn, it is checkmate, and the game is over. The player who checkmated the opponent wins. Resignation. If a player decides to give up and resigns, the opposing player wins. Time. If a player's time runs out before they make a move, they lose the game. The opponent wins. Draw. A game can end in a draw if both players agree, if a stalemate occurs, if there is insufficient material to checkmate. If the same position is repeated 3 times known as a threefold repetition, and 50-move rule. 6.1 Time controls. Tournaments may have specific time controls, dictating the amount of time each player has to complete their moves. Common time controls include standard time controls, blitz, and rapid formats. 6.2 Tournament formats. Tournaments may adopt different formats, such as round robin or Swiss system. The tournament organizer determines the format and rules for each event. 7.1 Dispute Resolution. In the event of a dispute during a Chess Pro game, players should attempt to resolve the issue calmly and respectfully. If a resolution cannot be reached, the players may consult an arbiter or follow the guidelines provided by the organizing authority. 7.2 Arbitration Committee. For official tournaments, an arbitration committee may be established to address disputes and ensure fair play. The committee's decisions are final and binding. Appendix. Eight point one Frequently asked questions. Here are some common questions and answers about Chess Pro. Question. Can a kingsman capture a king? Answer. No, a kingsman cannot capture a king. It can capture all other pieces, both opposing and same color, except king. Question. Are there any restrictions on pawn promotion? Answer. Pawns can be promoted to any same color piece except king when they reach the opponent's back rank. Question. Can a kingsman perform castling? Answer. No, a kingsman cannot participate in castling. Only the king and the rooks are involved in the castling move. Question. What happens if a pawn reaches the opponent's back rank without promoting? Answer. In Chess Pro the pawn will automatically promoted to queen. Question. Can I castle if my king has previously moved? Answer. No, castling is only allowed if the king and the rook involved have not moved previously. Once either piece has moved, castling is no longer possible. Question. Can a pawn perform an en passant capture after moving only one square forward? Answer. No, en passant captures can only occur when a pawn moves 2 squares forward from its starting position and lands beside an opponent's pawn. Acknowledgements. We would like to express our gratitude first of all to the Lord who gives us unmeasurable strength, knowledge and wisdom, then my family, friends, developers, contributors, and players who have dedicated their time and efforts to the development and promotion of Chess Pro. Special thanks to the Chess Pro community for their passion, support, and valuable feedback. Chess Pro. Thank you for watching. See you next time.